Hello, David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. There's been a few questions out there along the way since Amazon announced that they were taking over creative control of James Bond. And we've received some pretty big news along the way, from producers to directors to, well, the trajectory of what Amazon intends to do in creating or recreating even a world of James Bond. It's very exciting. It's all new. Every day is a mystery and getting announcements from time to time. But, as I'm surrounded by familiar things, you know that I'm not only a nostalgic individual, I love familiarity. I love things that I'm familiar with. They make me feel comfortable. It's probably why I can see one particular James Bond film over and over and over and over again. So there is a certain amount of confidence and calm in knowing what's coming ahead, that things aren't going to change too much. And one of the questions I had, and I know many of you have had, is what's going on with James Bond products? I mean, not too long ago, we had really cool things from Bollinger, like gadgets like that. We've had great watches. We've had all of these cool clothes like this Olabar Brown piece from Spectre. But what's going on? It seems to be a bit quiet. Every now and then we'll get something. Well, the questions also tended to harness themselves around 007.com store, the store itself. Was it going to exist? I mean, Amazon itself is a behemoth, I tell you, in that they are probably the number one retailer now in the world, many times over. It wasn't too long ago where people like me could remember that it sold books. Remember when Amazon used to sell books? Well, now they sell everything. You want a pie thermometer? They got a pie thermometer. You want a pie thermometer in the shape of a flamingo? They got that. You want that flamingo to wear a top hat? Oh, they got that too. Yeah, it's very specific. They have a lot of things. So why not a James Bond store? Well, the good news is I reached out. I've really been a fan of what the store has done, at least in the variety of different things. Have I loved every piece that's out there? Have I understood every piece that came out of there? No, but it's not for me to understand. That's like going into a Target or any store and going, wow, why are they carrying that? And what about that shade of lipstick? I don't understand purple. It's different likes for different bites and different choices for different people. I get it. So the store itself has built a variety of both economical value, meaning they've got a $217,000 Fabergé egg. May not be for you, may not be for me, but they also have really cool things from factory entertainment, and they have some very affordable things that you can just throw on your desk, like in my studio here. These are Spectre-shaped paper clips. And by the way, take a look at this. I'll hold it against my shirt so you can see it. So for those of you who are saying, did you need Spectre-shaped paper clips? This is not about need. This is about fun. I will tell you, these are fun. So I can put these on my reports. I can put these on papers that I'm giving to people. And they're going to look at this and go, why is there an octopus on my report? Many of them will know. But imagine giving this to friends, for example, just a piece of paper, a friend, or an invitation. I've been having a lot of fun with these Spectre-shaped paper clips. And 007.com store, they are continuing. I got in touch with Jeremy, who's the managing director, and I just asked a very pointed question. And this is the whole idea of customer service and keeping the relationships going. But I said, oh my gosh, a lot of speculation out there. What's happening in the world of Amazon? And he got back to me so quickly and said, David, I'm doing fine. Hope you're doing fine. Great news is 007.com store continues on, and we are working with Amazon. So working with Amazon can conjure up all types of thoughts. Maybe they're working together on different platforms, different products. But the fact that it's not at a standstill, nothing's paused. When you think about the productization through Amazon, you know it's going to be impressive. I have even heard word of a licensee who may even have the 3 3/4 figures that may come out. Who knows? But more importantly, you know, it's interesting because as you take a look at what these items do, these items itself serve multiple purposes. For example, this is a hat. It's on the 007store.com. I've been saying 007.com store, but it's 007store.com. It's a simple logo hat. But when you wear this logo hat, a couple things happen. And a lot of you have this hat or something like it. You are not only showing your pride in James Bond, you're not only showing your connection and your passion to 007, it's advertisement. It's a billboard, right? I mean, this little thing, even in the back as you're leaving, with says 007. It is a billboard. And in that billboard, you're basically saying to people, I love James Bond, don't forget James Bond. And don't you think Amazon knows that? I mean, Amazon are arguably the best marketers in the world. And they are very purposeful and very skilled in understanding what do people want. Fallout is one of their properties, and I've talked about Fallout before. Fallout is one of their properties, and the way they've created the products in their Fallout category is they took a pulse check on the fans of Fallout, the video game. And they came to terms with Fallout the show, what could it provide to the fans based on what they wanted. And almost every single product that rolled out for Amazon and from Amazon to the Fallout fans of the series and the game were created and developed by fans. So it gives me a quantum of solace that 007store.com, if they are working hand in hand with Amazon, and Amazon's decree, their mantra is to work with fans like you and me to find out what we want, that very soon, if not now, we'll start getting things that are a little bit more in our hemisphere, a little bit more in our gravitational pull. What do I mean by that? Well, I've been a huge fan of Agora models and things like that. I actually do like some more subtle things, like I have to get up nice and close because this is a hat that 007store.com carries, but it's subtle. It's hard to see from back here. It just looks like a black hat. It's subtle. But what I really, really want to see is for 007store.com and Amazon to start engaging people like you and me and going, hey, psst, buddy, what do you want? What do you want? For example, a lot of people have said, I want something that's under $1,000. I want something that's under $100. I want something that's under $25. And this wound up being one of their best sellers because of that. So what is this? This is so simple. It's a Q branch special release 00 agent rear view surveillance glasses. And on the back it says, be ready for action with these MI6 issue glasses fitted with reflective internal lenses for 360 surveillance in the field. This is right out of the gate something you would see in, for those of you that owned or owned comic books back in the 60s and 70s, they would have these ads like X-ray specs and potato spud gun. This is something that you would see. It harkens back to a more nostalgic time. It's under $25. You take them out, and I've seen these before, but basically they're sunglasses that have reflective lenses, like mirrors. See that? How it's reflecting the camera? On the side of them. So you can see who's walking up behind you. They are like side rear view glasses. They don't look half bad. I'm not going to be replacing my Ray-Bans and Barton Pereiras with these, but they're fun. They're kitschy. Quite frankly, most of you purchased these. I know a ton of you that have purchased these because you were like, I just want them sitting in my collection. I want them sitting on my desk at work because they're fun. They come with, this nice card, and the card has James Bond in sunglasses. I mean, you're getting a lot for $25. What does it say? A pair of sunglasses are a key part of secret agent kit. Wear these to keep an eye on suspicious characters and for undercover surveillance missions. Surveillance is at the heart of the Secret Service training program. All recruits must prove their powers of observation before being deployed into the field, helped by a range of Q branch devices. And then it says these rear vision spectacles are issued by Q Branch and allow agents to observe without being noticed. Read a paper or read a menu. So it's old spycraft. Again, we wanted toys. It's like boys with toys, as they say in GoldenEye. Natalia says that. And it's true. We do want and love and gravitate to affordability, to make it inclusive instead of exclusive. We always love that. There's always going to be the luxury brands. I mean, I'm wearing a bunch of luxury brands right now. There's always going to be that. But we want the world to enjoy things like this. So we want Amazon and 007store.com to continue the idea of engaging on that. For example, a simple dop kit. Now, this is a simple dop kit. It's rubberized. It can hold all your pieces. It's got a zip for all of your nooks and crannies to hold the melted butter. I don't know what that means. It's got an outside pocket. It's very simple. You can hang it by a loop. There's not much to talk about this other than it's got some subtle and not so subtle logo moments. But I know that this dop kit was born out of the fact that we were talking about the James Bond lifestyle. We were, a lot of us. We're talking about clothing. We're talking about shaving. We're talking about what we wear and colognes and things like that. And the 007store.com, 007store.com, I said it right. They're going out and they're doing their market research, very much like Amazon is doing their market research. And they're going, there seems to be an army of David Zaritsky's. And they seem to like living the lifestyle and traveling, holding all their stuff in one place. Maybe we should come up with a dop kit. Now, this might not be your cup of tea. Maybe you're more of a literary Bond person. Maybe you're more about the films. But this is a simple dop kit, doesn't break the bank. And it's something that came out and born out of, again, these conversations and research and analysis. And then this is probably one of my favorite things. Not just a tube. Not just a tube. I am a big believer, and this is, again, what the 007store.com has done well, and I want Amazon to continue in this fun factor, is bringing the fun to the table. So as you remove this very spy-like tube, inside is a hidden gem. It's a pen. But not just any pen. It says, were you expecting an exploding pen? Which is that wonderful, wonderful quote from Skyfall. And it's a great pen, by the way. Writes extremely well, feels good, got a good hand feel to it, not too light, not too heavy. It's usable. You can use it in a boardroom. It blends in. It's that invisible Bond moment come to life. But it's having fun, like every Bond fan knows. And when I talk about escapism and leaving this realm of reality and escaping into the world of James Bond, it's as simple as kind of doing this with your pen in a board meeting. It's these board meetings, sometimes you can get bored. I don't know if you heard. But you can also be in an antagonistic situation in a board meeting. And then suddenly you look at your pen with the 007 logo and it says, were you expecting an exploding pen? And you're brought back out of the room and into Skyfall, having a little bit of fun. That's the type of stuff I want to continue. And the last thing I'm hoping they continue with the products, this whole trajectory of Amazon and 007store.com, is a celebration of Bond. I really want to have more products that celebrate Bond. And we as fans have been doing a great job. We're celebrating all the anniversaries. We're in the Thunderball anniversary this year, for example, one of my favorite James Bond films. Certainly, is it my favorite Connery film? I think it is. But this is the type of stuff that I'm gravitating to. Okay, it's a simple tote bag, but look at this. It's got the Thunderball on it. It's got the spear gun. It's got some great colors. It's still high style, but it's practical. It's a nice big tote bag. It's got a big, giant opening in it. You could put your towels. I will be bringing this to GoldenEye, by the way. It's sort of rough and tumble in the sense that it's high quality. All right, it's not made out of absolute junk. And it feels like you could hold quite a few bottles of champagne in here, is what I'm saying. But these are the types of things I want to see continue, is this type of celebration. This continuation of a celebration of James Bond. And that way, 007store.com will continue to reign favor in these Bond fans' eyes. They will. Well, there you go. There you have it. Happy to hear that Amazon is continuing on the path with the store itself and James Bond, and we're liking what we're seeing. So let's continue this on. In the meantime, this has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. We'll see you all real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching the Bond Experience. If you like what you saw, why don't you subscribe to the channel by clicking this button right here. We'll keep you up on everything new that's happening in the world of Bond. And speaking of something new, here's something new just for you because we know you so well. Talk to you soon.